Jin, you sure about that? Of course. And it makes sense why nobody looks suspicious. A new coffin would have been painted to start with. So it was coated in paint back when it was made? I mean, that was the initial assumption that I would have made, but yeah. Like the chocolate on chocolate covered almonds? What? What are you talking about? Almonds don't have chocolate on them to begin with, so that doesn't really work. Then the coffin's outside the cemetery too. According to Meister, Jin and Elle's coffins are both new, right? So Jin and Elle's coffins should both glow. Both of their coffins glow. Exactly. And that would make the coffins add up. Rather than 2 out of the 7 coffins losing their glow, it's 4 out of 9. It would mean Anzu, Ranmaru, Keiji's, and 1 other coffin stopped glowing. So now we just have to figure out which 1 other coffin stopped glowing. There's just 1 we can't identify. But I suspect the last one would be among the cemetery coffins. But there's no way to know. We can't assume that, because L could have done that to confuse us. To his own coffin. It would be odd if it wasn't. Now we're narrowing things down. After all, this means L is in one of the glowing coffins. No, he might be in one of the glowing coffins. It doesn't narrow it down enough. Oh, then if we pick a glowing coffin... Oh, wait up! The same goes for Jin, too! Oh yeah, that's no good. Unless we got a way to distinguish Jin and L, it's still a game of chance. 1 in 5. 1 in 5 odds that we hit L? If we just miss, that's one thing. But if we hit Jin, Jin dies. Sarah, don't you think it's about time we try that hint function? We've narrowed it down to 5. It's possible we can narrow it further using the hint. That's true. I'll explain how to use it. Put the coffin you want to use a hint on right in front, then touch the platform. Okay, got it. Choose one of the glowing coffins to use it. No, I'm not going to choose the glowing one. I want to choose number 7. Use the hint. Alright, first off, we're going to save. Then we're going to use a hint on number 7. Yes. Hold up, Sarah. We know Jin and El are in glowing coffins, remember? If we use a hint, it's only going to be effective if we use it on a glowing coffin. I really don't like that. I want to use it on a non-glowing coffin. Fine, number 6. I pressed the lamp. It lit up red. Oh! Wait, is that it? What's it tell us? Muscle Gorilla, calm down. We can think about that together. I guess you're right. Listen, we can't use another hint. If we don't hit L, it'll come around to his turn. You have to prevent that. Jin's life is on the line. It's okay, even this single lamp gives us information. For instance, the shape, the color, the glow, the temperature. I mean, it's glow? The way the lamp glows. Is it a light or a glow or an illumination? The different varieties provide us information. Okay, that's not really it. It's a color. This is too complex. What do you want me to say? But maybe there's a simpler way to look at it. The color. Lamp's color. Color, huh? Think back to our searching on this floor. We saw numerous devices with a relation to color. It's true. And we'll have to discuss what we can determine from the color. Right, if we all join forces, I'm sure we can solve this mystery. Let's uncover the secret of the color. Okay. The red lamp's meaning. The lamp says what's inside. Red means red blood, and that means there's a human in there. Color, huh? Weren't those 3 buttons on Maple's back? Red, blue, and yellow? Red meant anger. No, I seem to recall seeing a message mentioning the colors red, blue, and yellow. Yeah! That's on our note. Hey, could it be gender or something? Lots of bathrooms in Japan use red for girls, blue for boys, yeah? I don't know if it's relevant, but there was a colored glow for my fingerprint scan. I don't think that's relevant. I kind of feel like it's gonna be hard to theorize just from the color of the lamp. Right! Hold on. She was the one that the fingerprint scan worked for, right? Does that mean that she's like the human of the bunch, and therefore that means something about something? I don't know. There's too many like possible answers to things here. So hold on though, the note. Can I take a look at, I want to take a look at the note again. Yeah, blue 1, red 6, yellow 0. So does red mean a doll then? I don't know. I don't know what this means just yet. Let's talk more about this stuff first. Okay, no, that's not it. I know it sounds stupid, but whether they got blood is a big way to tell if somebody's a doll or not. That's true. And that color was... Oh, sorry, I forgot. The gender? No. That's why I got laughed at for having a red backpack as a kid. Pisses me off. So anyway, the person in the coffin number 6 is a girl. No one's taking it. It's not impossible. Those buttons made a link between emotions and the colors, didn't they? Red is anger, blue is sadness, yellow is joy. Suppose that has anything to do with the answer? Emotions and colors. I don't think that's the case here, though. You know, I seem to recall... Yeah, the message. What was it again? I kind of feel like it's going to be hard to theorize from the color of the land. Just what do we do? This isn't good. Chin's uneasy. Hold on, the note. Alright, let's do this. Let's talk about the note. Is this what you saw, so? And that is... We found this note while exploring, which matches something that was displayed on the coffin control system. I see. I remember now, the colors were all laid out there. Blue, human, red, doll, yellow, vacant. Yeah, so, okay, it's good that we're getting this confirmed again. So there was one of the people in the coffins that was a human. But here's the confusing thing. Is it Mai or is it L? Because Mai was the one whose fingerprint was able to open things. But L is the one who seems to be afraid of dying. But then again, even the dolls are afraid of dying, so I guess that doesn't really mean much. Oh, and since it was on the coffin control screen, colors must be information about the contents of the coffin, surely. So, the red color of this lamp. Red, doll. That means one of the dummies is in there. This is a huge hint. Because everyone but Jin will be red. Not true. If you pick a red coffin, we can avoid hitting Jin. Is that really it? Sorry, remember the coffin control screen again. Specifically, that message in the top right. Data log. Blue 1, red 6, yellow 0. Yep. Hey, does a record from when the contents of the coffin was checked? We didn't do anything like that. Maybe it records it automatically. If so, when is this record from? The start of the game. It must be when the game started. I'm guessing that note was a printout of this log. And since this says game start blue 1, red 6, yellow 0, that would place it at the very beginning before L and the dummies came out. But wait, that would mean one of those 7 had one human mixed in it. Yep. A human among the dummies? There's what? So who is that sneaky bastard? Hard to believe it. Look, let's calm down for a second. You think we can calm down about this? Because that means there's a person who's been lying and pretending to be one of the dummies. How? What would they even do that for? I mean, could it be somebody who doesn't know they're not a dummy? What should I do? I don't know what this fact means, but I won't be able to fully trust the dummies at this rate. In that case, understood. Let's first make it clear who the human is. Who's the human? The dummies and L, that group of 7's got one human in the mix. I got no damn clue. Is it Ranmaru or what? I mean, it can't be Ranmaru. He's got like all sorts of, yeah, different replacement parts. I replaced my whole hand, remember? Still trying to call me human. Hilarious. being able to take your hand off doesn't necessarily mean you're a doll. That's true, but even so. But getting a hole that big in your stomach, Kuramade's gotta be a doll, huh? Hey, don't you think there's cases where someone doesn't even realize they're human? We also heard deaths in the victim videos. It's hard to imagine a human mixing in. Unless it was L, of course, but yes. If he were a human, that'd be way too big of a tummy ache. He'd die. That's true. That's true. We can be pretty sure he's a doll. Then who in the world could it be? It's possible they wouldn't be aware, right? And I'm no exception. Maybe I could be a human. Yeah, no, I agree with her. Coffin control system's got a color code. Blue human, red doll, yellow vacant. And blue one, yeah. If that's what it was in the coffin as the game started, it's clear as day there's a human in the mix. Yeah, the victim video thing, though, is interesting. You saw them too, didn't you? Everyone pictured in those definitely died. Fortunate as that is. But I remember one of the videos at the very least didn't really show it clearly. Just showed like hanging feet, right? Whose feet was that? Was it Mai? I think it might have been Mai. It might have been her shoes. Being able to take off your hand off doesn't necessarily mean you're a doll. We don't generally see like the full character model for these characters very often, so I don't really know what their shoes look like. Oh no, actually, it might have been Hinako. I think I remember the socks. I think it might have been Hinako. That could have been a prop to make it look like he was a doll. Prop. So you think that L is the human Hinako? I can't say that for sure yet. But just remember this. L is with the organization. He can freely use everything in this facility. There's no such thing as impossible. True. He can always have doll versions of himself to replace himself at any given time. And I even sprayed steam. How is anything about me human? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. No, I don't doubt that he's not the human. Yeah, I think that Hinako might be the one. Can I do this? And apply it to Hinako? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, nope. Okay, maybe apply it to her? Okay, never mind. Okay, that's not it. What am I doing here then? First aid kit? Upgrade parts? I feel like I've extracted what I can from them. So I'm not sure what else there is to do. Let me just look over their dialogue one more time. Do I need to respond differently to one of these? Is that what I need to do? Not really true. He doesn't have a tummy to ache. Quit it with the dark comedy, Sarah. Okay, no. What about this one? Is that all? Was that all, Ranmaru? Right. And that finger you found me was a stun gun upgrade part. I see, so you used that on me. I didn't intend to harm you, believe me. Okay. Okay, maybe we need to conflict this statement that says that they all should be dead with this one? No? I'm confused. Maybe we need to conflict these statements here to prove that Ranmaru isn't a dummy? No? Okay. Well, I failed. Oh good, I don't know anything anymore. What's right, what's wrong? Even I don't remember what I said after that. With my mind so worn down, only the worst possible outcome awaited us. Game over. Yeah, I don't know what I was supposed to do there. But I'll reload. I don't know where this puts us, though. Wait, is this before I... This is before I asked a question. Or, like, picked one of these, right? I went where I wanted to pick 7. And it wouldn't let me. Yeah, and it wouldn't. Okay, so then I picked 6, I think? I think I picked 6? Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll get back to where we were. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I have gone through all of the reasonable options at this point. So it must just be something I'm missing in these items, maybe? Like the note? But we already brought up the note, so that shouldn't be it, right? Maybe it has something to do with the first aid kit? No? I'm definitely at a loss here for what to do. So the only thing I can think of is use upgrade parts here, because Ranmaru's dialogue has those yellow text. The finger and the stun gun are highlighted. Like, is that relevant? No? As far as I can tell, the dialogues that seem to be most relevant are Ranmaru's and Anzu's. And I guess a little bit Hayasaka, but I don't think we're gonna get to what Hayasaka's talking about right now. And there must just be an item that I own that's related to one of their dialogues that I'm just not noticing here. What? I did it? Okay, I was systematically trying every single possible option. Every single possible option. That's the only way that I figured this out, and that took me a long time to systematically go through every single possible thing. So the ID card presented to Hinako's statement that the mastermind would be capable of anything is proving something? About what? If L can freely use all the machines in the facility, then why does an ID card have to exist? Why do fingerprint scanners have to exist? I guess that's a fair point. Why would he need to make an ID card? Clearly, he was part of an organization, I guess. You're right. I guess if he's part of a bigger organization that set up this whole thing, then they would have interests as well. Well, I mean, maybe he didn't necessarily need it. He probably went and prepared one so that we could beat his challenges, right? I mean, that's also a fair possibility. No doubt he could use a face scanner or something instead of needing that thing. We never saw no devices like that. The only things we saw were an ID card scanner and a fingerprint scanner. That's right, even if L's with the organization. There were machines he couldn't mess with without a registered card. A registered card? Then why were Mai's fingerprints registered? Exactly. Huh? Wait a second, are you suspecting me over that? That's wrong, Mai ain't with the organization. Stop letting your emotions do the talking, you wrestling old-timer. Don't call Muscle Gorilla names. Everybody calm down, we can't be looking for villains. What do you expect? If they're suspicious, they've got a high chance of being the human. I wish I didn't have to be casting doubt on my allies either. Kuramada? Alright, fine. And I want you to prove it yourselves. That I'm your ally. What, you're telling us to prove it for you? That's a... It's a weird way to go about it. Mai's fingerprint scan. I did think it was weird that Mai was the only one who passed the fingerprint scan. Even I don't know why my fingerprints were registered. I swear it's true. More new music. And also, Mai's final moments were clearly recorded in her victim video. It's all fake. Her attitude's an act too. Maybe her role was to move the death game forward. She can be scary with how she puts on an act, but Mai couldn't become a villain like me. Mai had the belief she was a doll, which is why she stabbed Kitaro. The fingerprint thing's a whim of L's. No point in thinking about it. That's what I was expecting as well, that it's just like a random thing that L did to mess with us. Because like, that would be, maybe it's because I'm just too full of like Danganronpa ideas, but that's the exact same kind of thing that Monokuma would do. Just like make somebody's fingerprints unlock it just to make them suspicious. So it's hard to know what I should be trying to find logic in and what I should just be chalking up to L's insanity. I did think it was weird that Mai was the only one who passed the fingerprint scan, but is it fair to lump her with the organization over that? She can be scared with how she puts on act, but Mai couldn't become thin like me. I'm sure her not killing Kitaro then was because her heart fought back. Without breaking free of that, she could never seriously stab him. And you broke free of that, Montaro? Is that what you're saying? It's all fake. Her attitude's an act too. Maybe her role was to move the death game forward. That's who Mai really is. Happily ever after. Not. Minako. No, what I'm saying is absurd. So show some proof to deny it. Fingerprint thing is a whim of L's, no point thinking about it. L must have registered Mai's fingerprints as a sick joke. But I don't know why my fingerprints were registered. I swear it's true. Honestly, I just thought it was a lucky break. If I were hiding something, I'm sure I'd have a better excuse than this. Sounds like Mai's being truthful, but do you have any ideas? Do you have any ideas why? Like, you put on a finger part, or... I really don't. I haven't attached any shady parts. I've just been regular old me this whole time. Mai had the belief she was a doll, which is why she stabbed Kitaro. She was just afraid of what Elle said. So she's not a villain or anything, right? And also, Mai's final moments were clearly recorded in her victim video. This guy's going all about the video still. I couldn't imagine it was a fake video. You saw it too, then don't you remember? Mai was holding 2 guns pointed at her head. Her face pale, her gloved hands trembling. It was just too cruel. Okay, so we're supposed to have evidence. Is it this? First aid kit? No? Okay. What does she have to say again? It's all fake. So she wants us to show some proof, but what is our proof? I'm not sure what our proof would even be. Are we supposed to use that statement? Rontaro's statement? Like this? No? That would have made sense, I think. Okay, maybe it's his statement that I need to apply? No? Not that one either. They're asking for evidence. No? Maybe this? Still no? The ID card again? Okay. No, I think I'm just gonna fail again here. But I'm still not really sure what they're getting at. Okay, that's confusing. So apparently the answer was to use Mai's statement against Hinako? But Mai's statement didn't have any actual evidence in it. And why is Hayasaka the one speaking? Are we sure Mai never attached any upgrade parts? I didn't. I mean, that's scary. Then it's strange. The dummies have to look for the same as their original human selves, right? But comparing it with the victim video, the Mai here now has no gloves. I was supposed to notice that? I was never gonna notice that. Huh? It's true, in the video we saw, she was wearing gloves. Yeah, I was not paying that much attention. I'm sorry. Now that you mention it, why was I gloveless from the start? They're my favorite. Did they just forget to give me them? They're surely not the ones to take half measures. Huh? Suppose that must mean her gloves were taken off to attach a part, perhaps? Someone went and attached something before I woke up? But you could just put her gloves back on after attaching it, right? True, that's strange. Unless the hands like have a function that disallows them from using gloves? Like it's something that wouldn't permit gloves? Why were only Mai's gloves not put back on her, I wonder? The gloves were lame. The gloves were transformed. The gloves didn't fit. Did the gloves not fit? You mean the gloves shrank? No. The opposite. Opposite? You're saying it's because their hands got bigger? But for somebody who's, for a company or an organization that's as good as they are at making dolls the exact same as the original human, they would be able to make upgrade hands that are the exact same dimensions as the original human's hands. So that doesn't really make any sense to me, but sure. Exactly or wrong? Exactly. The hands that got attached to Mai were bigger than her original hands. Come to an absurd conclusion, but it would be consistent with a fingerprint scan. Are they somebody else's hands? Like the creation of L's ID card. This floor has been designed to suit the floor master L. So then it's natural that the fingerprint scanner would also be configured for L. So those are L's hands? Is L wearing her hands? Huh? And Mai's hand, which she used for the fingerprint scan, was bigger than her original hand. As if it were a man's hand. Then, you're trying to say my hands are L's hands? She had Seaweed Head's parts? Not necessarily any old parts. You discovered that blue means human, red means doll. You remember when she did the fingerprint scan? Are they human hands? It glowed blue. Stop it. That means these hands attached to me. They're L's human hands? Yeah, it's pretty freaky, but how also are they alive if they're human hands? And also, would the thing really glow blue just because there are human hands in there? I feel sorry for Mai, but it's possible that that wasn't a fingerprint scanner. It might have been a blood tester that pricked the finger. You're saying there's blood in there? Hell, he cut off his own hands to attach them to Mai? And instead he equipped a rocket punch? That would give us an explanation to where L is human and Mai is a doll. He's beyond messed up. Okay, I see. So they're still saying that Mai is a doll. Horrible. Disgusting, so disgusting. I'll kill that madman, I swear I will. I'm surprised she didn't notice that before, that her hands were not the same hands. Like, I'm sure I don't know every single detail of my hands, alright? But I'm pretty sure that if they got replaced with somebody else's hands, I would know. Okay, he's not wearing gloves. Finds this very amusing. So you were listening, huh? Ow. It was so funny. I couldn't hold it in anymore. There's nothing funny about this. I swear I'm gonna kill you. Yes, that's what the game is about. Well, won't you pick your first coffin already? I'm about to die of boredom. That's right, we've come to a conclusion. Now we gotta choose. Right, what we learned in that discussion was L is human. L's an unbelievable man, able to cut off his own hands. He's a human with blood flowing through him. But is that L right there a human L? We don't know. And all 6 of the dummies are dolls. Which means, L is in one of the 5 glowing coffins. No. We used the hint on 1, coffin number 6, and we're told red doll. But L's a human, so 6 won't be it. Which means, so in the end it's 1 and 4? After all that, this is where we're at. Jin and L are both human. There's no way to tell them apart at all. Ugh. No way. Why has it come to this? We just need to calm down. Listen, we've got 2 options. Pick the number 6 coffin knowing it'll miss. Or risk the chance of hitting Jin and aim for L with 1 in 4 odds. Can't be serious. There's nothing left to reason with. You have to think and choose. The choice could end up killing Jin. I absolutely can't choose wrong. Defeat L. Obviously, we're saving again. Lucky number 7. The one in front is coffin's number 7. Should I choose this? Yes. Hey, Sarah! Pick a coffin that's not glowing. Surely that ain't it, right? Let's pick one we can at least agree on. This isn't the main game. They're not letting me. Wow, they're not letting me. Let it be known. Let it be known in the record that if number 7 turns out to be L, I won the game and nobody here died. And that is the real canon ending of this story. And I accept no other ending. If it turns out that was actually Jin or something like that, then that sucks. But, yeah. This is terrible. They're forcing me to kill somebody. Number 3. And I know none of them are going to be L. This one. You have to hit L to win. You can't take detours. And maybe 1 in 4, but I'll go for it. I selected the coffin. Oh, well. Is it the right one? Huh? What the? The floor? Ugh. Whoa, what the hell? Hey, you gotta be... Oh, there he goes. That sucks. What? What the heck? The drill went through the coffin. Too bad. You hit Kuramata. Say what? What happened to Muscle Punk? Hey, respond. What happened? Hey, Muscle Punk. Oh no. I wish I could have seen it from the outside. Gotta be kidding, El. We didn't hear it would be like this. What else did you expect it to be, Sarah? This is exactly what I was expecting it to be like. Yeah, seriously, this is the first time we heard that we'd be in danger. This isn't what we heard. I want no part in this game. Let us free. Ahem? Is there some kind of problem? What? The drill just pierced the contents, you know? The exterior has hardly changed, so it shouldn't add any noise to your deductions. Victory is decided once me or Jin get hit. I haven't lied about anything. You... Getting mucked up by a big drill like that leaves no trace of him. We can't bring him back like that. Relax. It'll be over soon, when I choose Jin next. Does he not know where they are either? Well, what number should I choose? Miss Sarah, let's discuss it together. What? I get to discuss it? Once I get him in 1, it'll already be over. Quit joking around already. Huh? Are you mad? Well, we won't be getting him in 1, we'll be getting him in 2, because we already failed the first time. Blaming it on me won't change that you killed Kuramata, Miss Sarah. Now then, back to Jin's location. This is much a game of luck for me as well. My favorite number is 0, but that isn't here, so... Where shall I use a hint? You've got pretty eyes. You're looking at something filthy, though. Haha, what a unique response. Oh, that was our response, I see. Alright, I'll go with number 1. That's my lucky number of the day. Miss Sarah, could you press the lamp on number 1 for me? Number 7. I want to press number 7. Hey now, Missy, no cheating. I'll be watching to make sure you do as L says. Seems like it, darn it. Fine, number 1. It's gonna be red. Summon my resolve and press the lamp. It's blue. Huh? It lit up blue? Doesn't blue mean human? Then... be Jin or L. Huh? Hold on a second. A blue showed up already? What are you so surprised about? Going by your reasoning, there are only 3 choices, right? Of course it's likely for it to come up. In fact, shouldn't you be happy your reasoning was correct? Yes, but... Were you not prepared to lose Jin this quickly? Don't tell me you're gonna pick it? Pick Sisara! It's okay, Jin. Oh, there's no way you can choose that. Huh? If you do, there's a 50% chance you'll die. You must be scared of death. Still making that claim? Stop believing those convenient assumptions and look at reality. I even cut off my own hands for the heck of it. Then, go ahead and pick it, the number 1 coffin. Or go ahead and pick it, number 1 coffin. Okie dokie, Meister. Hit coffin number 1. Oh, goodness. Roger that. Pixis Sarah. Don't be ridiculous, stop! Are you gonna decide victory like this, Hiyori? You lose, Sarah. What is going on here? Meister selected the coffin. Pixis Sarah. Okay, what is actually happening here, though? Now then, will we finish this so soon? Truly, this is fate being decided. Or is it a different person who's a human? Is it Keiji? Huh? What's this shaking? You're kidding, right? No way, why me? So she was a human. So I was right about her video showing that she was still alive. Because she was like hung. This... Goodness gracious. Hinako? So close. You hit Hinako. Hinako! No! Shorty. Hey! Why was it Hinako? Blue should have been Jin or L, right? What's going on? Was there some hole in our logic? Everyone calm down. Let's calmly have another discussion. So that would mean that L is a doll. And that those hands may or may not have been from his, like, it could have been from his dead body self. Or something. Like the original L. I can't. The situation's changed completely. If we get picked, we're gonna be killed without a trace of us left. Please come down. Or maybe the blue didn't actually mean human or doll in the first place. According to the hints, Hinako was human. Our reasoning was all wrong. Should we reconsider it all from step 1? It's absolutely not right that Elle could pick that coffin so easily. What's going on? Hinako had a victim video too. Am I going to get killed like that? Alright, let's talk about her victim video. And I think the reason Elle could do it so confidently is because it wasn't a glowing coffin. I think that's the only reason. The reasoning was all wrong. Should we reconsider it for all from step 1? Won't you rethink things, Miss Sarah? He's too rattled for us to talk calmly. He's cheating. He must have it rigged somehow. Cheating how, though? We're all just going to get killed. This isn't even a game at all. Why? I mean, it's easy the way he could cheat. He could just know which number that he was in. Like, what do you mean how? How could he possibly cheat? He could have known what number he's gonna get put in. What's going on? Hinako had a victim video too. Remember it too. You could clearly tell she was dying. Her legs were midair like she was hung from something, right? And yet, why would Hinako be human? Okay, just the fact that she was hung from something, you can tell that she was dying? That doesn't make any sense. Am I going to get killed like that? I'm gonna get torn up by a drill. Calm down, Jin. We absolutely won't let that happen. I can't help remembering those scary videos we saw before. Why does Jin have to be put in these situations like with a laser thing? Muscle Punk getting squished by the walls, the blood from Cotton Candy's stomach, Clown Lady getting cut up, Suit and Specs and the axe. Everyone had such pained faces. Let me reread that. Squished by the walls. Jin. I know. I shouldn't be saying that. But I'm scared. Sorry, Big Sis Sarah. We will save you. Hold on, Jin. According to the hint, Hinako was human. The drill doesn't look to have any blood on it. I have to imagine it's not so crudely built to allow us to judge based on that. It might be designed so we can't put it together using blood, yeah. Sure enough, all we can do is consider Hinako's past actions. Did Hinako do anything a doll could do, like switch parts? I don't remember. I don't recall anything like that. This has been like a really long chapter, so I don't remember everything that happened within it. Especially not the actions of one specific character. He's still too rattled. Something definite. Like spraying steam or charging up or removing her head. Did she do anything like that? I don't remember. Okay, this is another situation where I don't actually know what I'm doing here. Some of the some of the previous trial type things that we did, I had some idea of where things were going. Here, I don't have any clue. Okay, so that was the answer. I needed to conflict Ranmaru's statement with Jin's? Jin was just saying that they had pained expressions. Ranmaru was saying, I forget what, that they were just, that they all died? But Hinako was only a middle schooler. Or no, he was saying that it was certain that she died. As much as she tried to endure, she must have been crying. That's weird. I saw the video, but I don't remember Hinako's expression. Ah. Can't remember. That's to be expected. Hinako's video was the only one that didn't show the victim's face. Yeah, that was obvious. I didn't understand why not Rantaro. I didn't understand why Ranmaru was so insistent that it was certain that she died. Hold on, you're right. That's kind of fishy, huh? It's unclear if she really died. And with her face not being pictured, we can't even determine if it was Hinako herself. That seemed clear to me. But Ranmaru was like, no, it was certain that she died. We saw the video. The way her feet were dangling, yeah, definitely dead, 100%. As if you could somehow tell from the way someone's feet are dangling that they just suddenly they were for certain dead. Like, this trial's confusing, and not always in a good way. Still, she got called Hinako during the exchange in the video, right? What does that mean? That's irrelevant. Whether or not she was called Hinako or not, that doesn't mean anything. That's true, but don't you have to wonder? Supposing our logic so far hasn't been wrong. It's Hinako herself that's odd, right? Good point. Looking back, there were a lot of mysteries to Hinako's actions. Is there a hidden truth here? We might want to think about her a little more. Understood, let's have a discussion about Hinako. That's if we trust our reasoning, of course. Alright, fine. We have no choice but to cast our suspicion upon Hinako. What do you mean suspicion? She's already dead. There's nothing to be suspicious about. She's clearly not working for anyone. First, if Hinako was really human, does it mean she was just acting as if she died in that video? No, she probably thought that she was the one that died in that video. Hold on, I don't think it's good to claim that it was all an act. The shorty in the victim video and the shorty in the dummies were just different people. Was there any other? I mean, everyone here was apparently convinced that it was Hinako, so why wouldn't she herself be convinced? Is there any other clues besides the victim videos? Okay, I just went back and got myself 100 HP, just for the sake of making my brute forcing strategy a little bit nicer on me, in the event that I have to do that again. Which hopefully I don't. Does it mean Hinako was just acting as if she died in that video? If you think about it, nothing obviously deadly was shown. Despite all the other dummies having sharp things or axes or other execution devices around, right? Now that you mention it, yeah. Any other clues besides the victims' videos? Hey, sorry, you remember seeing anything other than those videos that involved the victims? Something that I saw while searching. The office, the classroom, the gallery, the locker room. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Something else? We've seen all sorts of something else's. It's like I saw something in the office. Are you talking about the video where we saw like KG like shooting the lady or something? I don't know. I don't think there was any info of the victims there. Yeah. Classroom? Looks like I saw something in the classroom. No, I mean there was the consent form, but it's not it. What am I missing here? The gallery? On the wall there were paintings of those like now who become victims. Yes, there were. Oh, you're right! Yeah, there was one of those paintings I was wondering about. Which one was it? I can't remember that part. If I think back to those paintings, the one that was interesting was that there was one of Joe there. Right? That was the thing. And there was one of L. Was there anything else important? Was there something about Hinako there? I don't remember there being something with Hinako there. I know it's pretty minor memory, but come on. What should I do? If I have something that can jog Kataro's memory, I might want to show it to him. Okay, hold on. Is there something? What here would jog his memory about the gallery? The lantern? Voice recorder, papers, upgrade parts, first aid kit? I'm not sure. Let me ask everybody else first. They're just different people. I'm sure the real Hinako died, like in the video. The shorty we knew took the real one's place to infiltrate the dummies. And she probably disguised herself to blend in so Elle wouldn't find her out. With just a middle school uniform, fancy socks, and pink hair, you look like Shorty. I don't know what her goal was, but it's not good to assume she was our enemy. You know, I agree that it's not good to just assume that she was our enemy because she wasn't what we thought she was. Okay, so I do need to find an item. What would the item be? What's an item that would jog his memory as to something that he saw in the gallery? The green book did not come from the gallery. There's a voice recorder. This has nothing to do with the gallery. The 4 papers has nothing to do with the gallery. The transceiver, I forget where we got it from. I don't remember when we used the lantern in the gallery, but I think we did. First aid kit. I don't think that's related to the gallery. The ID card isn't in now, so the upgrade part isn't. I don't know. We'll just try all of them. Oh, what's up? You gonna use that to help me remember? Yes, take a good look at this. Oh, I'm starting to remember. Oh, right. We were able to, like, unlock people's memories before, right? Let's look for a notable painting here. I guess that makes some amount of sense. Yeah, there's Nell. There's Joe. I see some multiple of the the dead people here. We got Shin. What is it that I should actually be looking at? I don't know what a lot of these ones are. This one maybe? I'm sure that's Megami, Keiichi's former boss, who he was with in the first trial. Okay. Should have had him add this to the statement? Sure. Sarah, please add that to your statement. You got it. Okay, but that wasn't everything. There's Shin. There's Joe. The painting of So smiling. She's got a cheery aura I'd never expect from the So we know. Could I have him add this to the statement? Sure, why not? I don't think any of those are relevant, though. Now, the question is, should I have him add Joe to the statement? Let's do it. Quit it with that, Sarah! Talking Yell painting, betting it's something simpler than whole AI. Yeah, it's probably just him talking through it on a control thing, I guess. Okay, what about this one? Nothing? This one? This one's a mystery. A painting of a girl in a middle school blazer and gaudy socks with plain black hair. Oh, is that her? Perhaps? Sure. Please add that to your statement. Okay, what else is there here? Kana's sister who got killed by the bed device in the first trial. So what is the statement now? Oh no, I see. It switches the statement whenever I click on something different. Now, our ally who we couldn't save in the main game. Okay, so it's gotta be this one then. Because it's somebody that we don't recognize. So now, the question is, who are we going to use his statement on? This one? What? This one? Okay, that was... Honestly, it could have went either way. I don't really see how it was clearly... I was supposed to use that against Jin there, but okay. What's the gorilla? These features are pretty much the same as Shorty's. Hey, calm down. Similar as they might be, her most distinctive pink hair is different. Having the same clothes with different hair? How'd it just be? Different person. A different person? Seems to have some credibility now, doesn't it? Alright, listen up, would you? So that, in other words, you're saying that the person that was that we saw executed and the person that was Hinako were different people. Since given the girl in the painting was also a victim here. Hold on, the painting in the gallery are all victims, yeah. But no one's seen this black-haired girl. Surely because she died in the first trial before meeting anyone. Now then, Hinako's video. That's the video of her first trial where she's clearly being called Hinako. Meaning the black-haired girl was the real Hinako Mishuku, who was killed in the video. As for the dummy's Hinako, it was a separate human taking her place. But she's dead now, and why? Why would that be? No way, can't be. Hinako was... Jordy was a human? Hey, but then is L not human? He could still have a human version somewhere. I have L's human's hands, don't I? Well... I don't know. But I can't imagine either theory is wrong. What's the truth about L? Heh, you seem troubled. I'll make one rebuttal of my own to your theory. What? The dummies were explained to you at the start. They were picked from those who had no connection with any other survivors. The dummies were picked from those who had no connection with any other survivors. So all the dummies were people that had no connection to us. But you're saying that Hinako did? Or could have had a connection to one of us? Is that what he's saying? Meaning... Uh-huh. I picked the real Hinako. What? Supposing there were another one, I'd stick to the rules. Which is to say, the dummies would have included a black-haired Hinako. I'm confused. What is he saying here? The dummies were explained to you at the start. They were picked from those who had no connection with any other survivors. So by survivors, he's talking about us here, the humans, that finished the previous death game. From those few people, Keiji, Sara, Shin Tsukimi, and like the rest of us, there were people who were part of the death game that had no connection to any of us. Those people were picked to have dolls made of them and placed there. However, he also picked the real Hinako? Wait, so what he's saying is, perhaps, that the Hinako that was killed before was a doll. It was not the real Hinako. But it also was nothing like the real Hinako. Is that what it's getting at? Because the reason why the dolls were picked from those who we had no connection with is we wouldn't be able to know the difference if they were different from the real version of themselves, their real human self. We would not be able to know the difference. Now we are in a situation where we can see the difference between the real Hinako and the doll Hinako, and it's visually distinct at the very least. We don't know what her personality would have been like. So that's what we're supposed to be getting from this? Is the fact that the real Hinako, the dolls' versions of the humans can be very different from the actual humans themselves. Which was already something that we kind of knew, but is it trying to imply that perhaps one of us could also be very different from the real version of ourselves? Or for the ones of us who are dummies? Black-haired Hinako and the dummies? Yep. Well, did anyone meet black-haired Hinako even just one time? No, we didn't. Oh dear, then it looks like your reasoning's gone wrong again, Miss Sara. Wait, now I'm confused. What is he saying this time? Supposing there were another one, even I'd stick to the rules. Which is to say, the dummies would have included a black-haired Hinako. I don't understand what he's saying. So, the fact that we did not know Hinako in the first place meant that he should have been able to put in the black-haired Hinako, because there were somebody that we did not know. We had no connection to them, so he could have used a dummy, but he did not. I don't understand what he's trying to say here. My brain is fried. Maybe my brain just has no energy today. Maybe I'm just dumb today. But this trial is destroying me. No way. Does no one have any ideas? I mean, does anyone remember talking to her even a little? Wait. Kataro? More progress. Connection to Hinako. I've been curious about this a long time. Okay, hold on. What have you been curious about? This ain't something I want to talk about, but... Do you remember when we first met Alice? Alice? We were questioning him. And this is one of the responses he gave. The speaker said something about a trial, but it was foolish. I committed myself to hiding. The speaker said something about a trial, but it was foolish. I committed myself to hiding. Yeah, you're talking about the voice recording thing that we heard for our first trial things. Hey, Sara. Oh! Wait. Is it saying that Alice's partner was Hinako, but he didn't even know her? Does that bring anything to mind, like some kind of item? It sure does. Taro, you're talking about this, right? Sure am. That's a voice recorder with a recording for a pair first trial. Let's listen to it again. Press the switch on the speaker. This is the first trial. You have 5 minutes. If you cannot escape in time, you lose your life. You are not alone. Your fate is tied to someone you cannot see. But the thing is, Alice survived, and Hinako also apparently survived. However, if you refuse this connection and are willing to betray them, you can leave safely. Did they both refuse the connection? And both betray each other? Follow the voice in your heart. This was in the locker room. It was probably a trial split between floor 4 and 5 where you kept in communication. You didn't have any ill will. I'm sure Alice just left the room all casually. His partner died. Alice won the trial by betraying them. He killed her. His partner, the real Hinako. No way. But we're saying that Hinako that was just killed was a human, though. That's why the real Hinako wasn't one of the dummies. He killed her, his partner, the real Hinako. So we're saying that he killed the real Hinako, and that's why the real Hinako wasn't one of the dummies? He created a relationship of perpetrator and victim between them. Stripey. Oh no. So we're saying that that person that we knew here, they're not a doll of the Hinako that died. They're not even the real Hinako themselves. They are a complete imposter. They are not Hinako at all. Is that the idea? Because we do have a connection with her? It's rough, but for both for him doing it unconsciously and for the one suffering the consequences. This is terrible. We really are just thoroughly being played with like toys. Both for him to, I don't know, for him doing it unconsciously, I think he still deserves blame for that. He still deserves, obviously the real person to blame is the people who set all this up. But if something's saying like, oh, if you do this, somebody's gonna die, and then you go do that thing, and you're like, yeah, whatever, it's probably not gonna happen. I don't know. I guess that's a matter of perspective. But thanks to this, we've solved the mystery of Hinako. Without question, the dummies Hinako was human. Then what are these hands attached to me? Ah, I guess I have to admit it. As a reward, I'll tell you. Like you worked out, I give my living hands. But even so, that's not to say it's my only hands. What is that? Is his head coming off? That I gave away! So you gave away multiple hands? What are you talking about? Why do you have multiple hands? And why is your head spinning all of a sudden? You just trying to show off? Ugh. His head spins? It's just showing that he's a doll. Stop that, that's creepy. Well, surprised? Is he, no, here's a thought. He gave away his hands, right? He possibly gave away other parts of his body. Does he have any of his human self in this current L? I would say he probably does. That's probably the secret that Maple knew and the way that she would have been able to kill L. She probably knows that, oh, the one part of him that is human that is able to be killed is, let's say, his brain maybe, or his heart maybe, or something like that, right? Most likely it's his head. You clearly ain't human. Ha! I gave up my humanity. I split up and shared my body with a bunch of people, so I've hardly any human parts left. Hardly any, but he does have human parts left. What the hell? What are you thinking? If my body's over 50% doll, surely you would consider me a doll, right? In this way, the body can also be a majority vote. Okay, so he's saying that's why he's not considered a human. Fine then. If L is considered a doll, it all makes sense. Jin is blue, L is red. This we can be sure of. Whoa, now we can tell them apart! Well, do your worst. If you think that alone will mean victory. Well, no, you seem tired of discussion. Shall we have the challenging team use their hint? Please let me actually make my own choices here. But I know I'm not going to be able to. Because honestly, if they did let me make my own choices, then I would be possible to end the game incredibly prematurely. Before any of this discussion. No, they're making me waste my time. They're making me waste my time. So 3 is dead, 1 is dead. So my only options are 9 and 8 and 6. No, yeah, just 9 and 8 to use my clue on. And I have a feeling that whichever one I pick, L is going to pick the other one to get the hint on that. And then we're going to kill one of them. Press the lamp. Yeah, of course it's red. The 8's going to be red as well.